Right, I thought I'd do a random early update, more because it is kind of interesting. At the end of this video, I'll attach a short thing of when I first took the cover off and you first saw into the sills. Obviously I've cut them all off, doors off and wings off. So yeah, look at this. So at the moment what I've done is I've drilled out all the spot welds for the boxing panel that was there. New panels are actually here, they're actually dumped under the car at the moment. There's a new boxing panel, I'll grab it. So this will go back up along here. It's alright, the heater's behind me, so it's quite weird leaning back. It goes somewhere up there, a bit like that, and up there, along there. It's completely not needed really, because obviously we get all our structure now from the space frame, but I'm just doing it for a bit of fun. And well, I say a bit of fun, it's just meant to be there. It's just easier to put it back. And then the little bit of floor I've had to cut out is this piece down here. Is this piece here. The main reason I'm replacing that is because it comes with all the holes that are meant to be there to then put the kick plate back on, and then the finishing strip then obviously bolts through all of them, through the finishing strip, through the kick plate into this. So these holes are technically in the right place as long as I manage to put it all back together. So what we have here is what's happened, I guess, is this is the newest floor from having the chassis built and stuff like that, and this came all the way out to about here-ish, and then you had like a strip that was the old hot rod floor, because obviously this was a hot rod before I cut it up and did this again. But I always speculated that underneath that was then one of these, but obviously rotting away, and I wasn't wrong. So this is original Morris metalwork, that's the original next panel, and then you had this rotten bit here which I've obviously cut out. You can see someone's done a bit of butchery here and done a dodgy fix. These rivets are 9 there, we've got the wiring on the other side. I've had to dig out a load of expanding foam under here. You can see a bit more of what's going on under here. As you can see there, a bit of that one panel, and I cut that out. You can see lots of dodgy repairs that's happened in that back corner. I'm at the moment speculating how far do I cut this front piece. You can see I've already been hacking away at underneath, because that seems to be about 2 layers of metal. I'm just playing with that right now before starting this video. Get these panels out of the way and I'll show you what I mean. How do I do this without flipping over the camera? I've got to roll into the car again. Okay. So all of this was full of expanding foam. I've dug a lot of it out. You can still see a bit up there. Man, it was such a horrible job. What's most annoying is I did it about 10 years ago, thinking, oh yeah, that'd be great sound deadening, not knowing it wasn't really. So this is the original side of that outer plate. I'm just rolling up the metal because clearly someone's put a new piece in. These little flaky bits that are coming off are actually, or were once, paintwork, and someone's just put another panel on straight over the top. So I'm just trying to decide. My problem is at the moment is the more I cut out, the less references I have for putting anything back in the right place. Like obviously I could just cheat. I could just cheat and just give up and just plate it all, because it wouldn't matter. But having the box panel back in, just put a bit of structure and strength back into this and into this pillar on this side as well. I mean, this pillar's quite good because he's straight to one of the rails, but this one doesn't join to a rail till a bit higher up. And also, like you can see a bit of grey down here, that's the floor of the inside of the car, which is where I keep getting all that dust come in. So I've got some 90 angle to go over this just to cover it before I put the panel back on. Tonight's goal is just to get a lot more of this rust cleared out. I'll do a little bit more under there, get all this rust cleaned up. I need to fire the air grinder tomorrow and cut some stuff off. I don't want to do that till tomorrow. because of how noisy they are. And then start putting it back together. Try and get a bit, I'm going to try and get as much paint in as I can, just for protection really, because obviously this is still old metal. I've got some rust converter as well to try and jab in places I can't get to help it. No, I can't get, like, you know, the wire brush or the wire wheel or sandpaper, just to try and help it out. Sorry, I'm just picking up my phone charger. But yeah, there's a lot to do still. We're only on one side, but hopefully by the end of this weekend I'd have broken the back of that job and start welding fresh metal back in. We're still under this far corner, there's still some little bits I'm struggling to get out, because they're all, you can see where these spot welds were running along this edge. So that edge would have continued a bit further, but where we've moved the whole, you know, driving position backwards, that area is now not accessible to drill those welds out. So I did happily start like using a sharp screwdriver to chisel, you know, to cut through the metal, and that's done pretty well, but now it's very tight to get to the bits I need to get to. But we'll get there. I mean, ultimately it's the joys of owning a classic car, isn't it? But it's all doable. Just gotta think about it and just keep chipping away at it, not lose motivation. Yeah, something like this back wing will have to come off, and the tyre, just to do a little bit tidying up in the back corner that I'm going to cut all the crap out of there. But again, this still stems back to I don't want to cut too much out or you lose the references, because I managed to take the end of that one panel where it's shaped, where it's shaped, that shaping was in this back corner, so I want to be able to then butt it back up to that back corner to where it should be. So that's one reference. It runs down the edge of this, so that's another reference, and then ends somewhere at that end, in theory. But we'll see how annoyed with it all I get before I just start cutting it and stick it where I want it. But yeah, cool. I'll attach the video now of me first taking that plate off. I'll be honest, it was so rusty. I took the whole, like, I got all that panel off with just a screwdriver, and it had all been welded on, like underneath and stuff like that. There was a bolt, but that just came off with it. But yeah, it was, I mean, this box is all the rusty metal, all the dust off the floor, and a lot of expanding foam dust, because I've been using the wire wheel to get it out. And it's all I mean, this is a good piece actually. So if you look at the top here, you can see that's some of that old panel, and then he's got the I'll try and work these out. Okay, then this rusty bit underneath, that's the old hot rod floor, and then that shiny bit there, that's then the new, that's then a bit of the new floor. You can see how it only gone up to here, and then this is back to the old hot rod floor. But this is how it looked, and this is why that whole edge I wanted to redo. Like, admittedly, I should have done it when we were first building the car, but sort of 4 years ago, it didn't look that bad, and I didn't really investigate. A little bit of me thought, oh, we should probably just cut all that out and have it all remade, but I thought when I cut the car up, I thought this is a good solid rectangular piece to cut the car up to act as a sort of guide for cutting all the flooring out and stuff like that. But it is what it is, isn't it? Like, these things, it is what it is. Hindsight, eh? But we'll get there. Right, take it easy. Enjoy this extra video if I can work out how to attach it. I will, I promise. Right, take it easy. That's annoying.